Hiya. We're just out at my in-laws' house there on the farm. I'm going to be looking after my mother-in-law's dog today because, well, he's dependently very high on my mother-in-law. My mother-in-law's not really fit enough to look after him, really. She doesn't want to give him up, and she doesn't want to actually let him leave the house. So we kind of give her sort of wee days to herself. I think he's got dementia because he'll not sit. You know, he just wants to be on the go all the time. And then whenever he wants to sit, everybody else, you know, sits down, and then whenever everybody else sits down, he wants to get up again. You know, he's restless. Vet says he's not in pain, which is good. He's only got one eye. He lost an eye a couple of years ago now. And he's starting to go blind in the one eye he has. He's just, you know, and you could leave the back door open, and whenever he first came to the house, he was toilet trained, but you could leave the back door open and he'll still pee in the hallway or pee in the kitchen or wherever, you know. And our floors are all tiled floors downstairs, so it's a good thing because he can come, and if he pees or we miss him, at least we can just run him up over it. He doesn't like to be outside on his own. He'll wander off, especially on the farm. He'll wander off looking for his mother, my mother-in-law. He'll look for his mum, and I'm laughing because I'm calling her his mum, but she is his mum. He looks for his mum, and maybe she's let him out the back door, and he's away tottering along over to my brother-in-law's house, who lives at the other side of the farm. He could be killed on the road or anything. But thankfully, he seems to always stay within the farm ground, so he knows a pathway to my brother-in-law's through the farmyard. But there's going to be someday he'll wander off, you know, and he just wanders off and does his own thing. And he doesn't like men. He doesn't like my father-in-law or my brother-in-law. He doesn't like me, but he does like me because he will kiss me, and he'll let me lift him and stuff like that, but he'll not let them lift him. They shout at him, and I don't shout at him. I just say, "Come on now, Benny, stop that barking," because he barks at everything that moves. He feels he needs to protect his mummy and my wife, Laura, his mummy's daughter, his sister, you know. But he had a tumultuous life at the beginning. When we got him, he must have been about 7 or 8 years of age. His original owner passed away, and her son was quite bad to him. He had beat him and left him with a broken paw. His paw sort of bends in as what we would call a wrist. It bends in the way, so he's more comfortable holding his paw that way than that way. You know, it was so sad. So he's always had a fear, not a hatred, but a fear of men. And now he's must be 11 or 12 now, and I just know for a fact he's not good. He's got dementia. Hasn't been diagnosed, but I think he has. And he's sitting here. I'm stroking his chin, and he's just lying sleeping on my arm while I drive one-armedly. So yeah, so that's what I'm doing today for my mum-in-law. I'm going to look after her dog till this evening. Laura will spend the whole day with her mum, and they do that. They spend the day together, or maybe 2 days together. Laura's mum isn't well herself. She had a car accident many years ago, and she had a bad fall a few years ago as well, and left her with severe nerve damage in her leg. Plus she's a very bad diabetic and severe diabetic, and That's not good for nerves either. So she's not good. She's not good. We thought she was going to have a diagnosis of MS, but thankfully not as yet. She had a diagnosis of fibromyalgia, which my mum has, and I really do think I have it as well. But I've never went and got it checked out. So she's not well. She's in her early 60s. She's like a woman of her late 60s. She's not really. She's really, she's a very fit woman. She danced all the time, and she walked. She could walk for miles. Now she couldn't walk any more than a mile. Maybe not even a mile before she's in real agony. She used to love shopping. She literally took Shop Till You Drop to a new level. Really, she would have. But now she's not fit. So I can't believe it's the 2nd of August already. This year has just flown by. When I was elected as an elder at the start of April, or when they started talking about eldership and stuff, and then I was approached the week before my 37th birthday that I was voted and elected as an elder. And then whenever we went to the planning stages and it came out that I'd be getting ordained in September the 28th, I said, gosh, that's such a long time away. And at the time it was, but now when I look at it, that's just over a month away. I'm slowly preparing myself, I'm doing things. There's an app on your phone called YouVersion Bible, and I'm doing like little plans in there where you can prepare yourself for different things. I try and do one every week of different things. I have ones for praying for your wife, I have one for getting through anxiety. It's just normal stuff, and then I had as a biblical look at it. And then I have one now preparing for leadership. So, I'm trying to prepare myself. But the weather's not too bad here. It's cloudy, but it's about 18 degrees in the car, 8 degrees Celsius. It's lovely. No rain, thankfully. Our bathroom is finally getting fitted on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, all being well, from 8 a.m. in the morning, so it's an early start for me. Thankfully I'm off, so I'm okay with that. My training actually starts next week for my eldership, so I'm happy with that. I have this great silly thing, but I'll share it with you because that's what this channel's all about. I'm looking forward to getting my office back to myself, because everything from my bathroom that belongs to me is in my office. There's trays, and there's razors, and there's soaps, and there's shaving brushes, and there's all sorts of shaving paraphernalia. It's dumped into my room. So I'm looking forward to getting my room back to normal and getting the computer all fixed up again, because I do have the computer set up, but it's still not where I want it. I had to move it just to get a room in. I have this craving of I have a camping cot. Now it's quite narrow, but I don't mind. I don't use it very often. But I have this thing where I want to bring it downstairs, put it out in the back garden, put a tarp up, and just chill for a few hours outside in the breeze, lie on top of this thing, maybe have a blanket and a pillow and just relax, read a book, just chill. I used to do it with my hammock, but I no longer have the hammock. I do have a hammock in the garage, but I don't have it hung anywhere because I don't have an actual hammock stand. Hammock stands are really excruciatingly expensive, the ones that I need for me and my weight. This will be a very Down village this afternoon because one of their it's one of their senior statesmen of the village, people that are the local historian or everybody's friend or somebody everybody knew, he's died. And even around the village's Facebook group, passed away this morning at 65. We think he had a thing called CJD, variant CJD, and he just declined very quickly. So it was a probably very somber village today. But yeah. What do I plan to do today? I don't know. It's 12 o'clock in the afternoon. I don't know. But Laura won't mind if I lie about because I'm doing this thing for her mum. I'm giving her mum a break because the dog's just too much for her at times. It cries and scrapes at her. And I almost bit her one day last week. So, he is getting a wee bit, isn't a wee dog, he's only a Shih Tzu. I've had him in videos before, I believe. If not, when I stop, I'll let you see him. I'm loving this new phone, by the way. I know it's not the sort of the S-line or what do you call the S-line? It's not the flagship line of a Samsung, but it's a great piece of technology. I'm stuck behind a tractor. Rural Ireland at its best. So yeah, I did a thing where I didn't transfer all my pictures or videos over from my old phone. I've kept my old phone. Tractor's pulled into the field there. I've kept my old phone with all my videos and pictures on it. I still haven't been able to. There's another tractor. Very busy time of the year for farmers. But I've still had my other phone still has my bank app and stuff on it because I got my bank app over, but my credit card app I can't get it put onto my phone for some reason. But I'll get there. I can get credit cards. It was the biggest mistake I ever did was taking out a blinking credit card. What do? There's a place you'll probably not see it. I don't want to be picking up my phone because it's against the law. I don't want to get disqualified, and I don't want to get distracted in case of an accident. But there's a place just further up here that I call a prairie. It's like real flatlands. It's American. It's got a white picket fence. It's just the Wild West for me. And you might see a snippet of it from this side. We're just going to go through a forest right now, a little bit of a forest. I've camped in this forest. It's a scary place. It's an unsafe place because all the trees are all now. We had our bad storm Irwin, a couple of months ago, or several months ago now, January, and the ground in there is very boggy and marshy. So the trees have no substantial. See, a lot of trees are down. So I would never be back in there again. But yeah, and I can't even turn you around because my camera isn't actually there. It's in behind it. So we'll maybe just turn you this way. You'll not see it all. But I count this as the open prairie. It's brilliant. I love it. There's there's trees down there and there's trees up here, and in the middle is this flatlands with cows and a white picket fence on this side. And it's just a thing of. I love it. And you just see the rolling hills behind you. You can see for miles. It's wonderful what the eye can see. Especially somebody that wears glasses, they can still see for miles and not realise it. So yeah. So Benny and me are going to go into the house, and we're going to have a boys' day, aren't we, Benny? Just going to chill some. King of the Hill's coming out on Monday. Yes. Can't wait. Cannot wait. I loved that show growing up. Whenever it first came to Channel 4, 97 I think it was, I loved it. Channel 4 was one of the best channels ever because it was this is the dog now. The dog's woke. He's sitting up, and the seat sensor has sensed there's something on the seat that needs a seat belt. But anyway, what was I going to say? Yes, Channel 4 was a great channel. It had a lot of great things. It had all the American shows. It had still has things like Frasier, old Frasier. You can watch the old series of Frasier first thing in the morning on Channel 4. You can watch things like Everyone Loves Raymond, King of Queens. You can watch things like you used to be able to watch The Simpsons, but that was bought over by another channel. You could watch things like Ramsay's Kitchen Nightmares USA. Love that show. Then there's Channel 5 that came out. It was more after 10 o'clock. It became a soft-core porn, basically. There's things in that channel like Eurotrash. There was nudity everywhere, and I'm not going to lie and say that I didn't watch it. As a teenager, you watched it, you know. But thankfully those programs aren't on TV anymore. The UK have actually put in a ban now that you have to have age verification to watch pornography, which I think is a great thing, especially for young people, because I was subject to nudity from a very, very young age in my life, because we had the Sun newspaper and it had a page 3 girl on it, and she had her breasts out, and although I enjoyed it as a young boy, they stopped it whenever I turned about 21, 22, which I thought was a good thing, because it means that young children aren't subject to this sort of stuff. But they have to be subject to it at some stage, I know that. But I love King of the Hill. I've always had a love for King of the Hill, and sadly Tom Petty's not going to be in it, or Brittany Murphy, and even the guy who played Dale Gribbles passed away, so I wonder how they'll address all that. But Google keeps saying that Hank Hill's going to be 41 in this. There's no way on earth Hank's going to be 41, because Hank was in his 40s whenever King of the Hill first came out, so they're saying this is about 15 years later, so he's probably 56 or 57 roughly. So because he went to Saudi Arabia and got to earn extra money for retirement, so who knows, we'll find out. There's a really bad stretch of road here. Used to be big tree. There still is trees, as you can see, but there's big massive trees on this side, and they're all gone now from Storm Erwin. That was a dangerous storm. Thankfully all we lost was our back gate. Could have been worse. There were people out of power for days. Our friend Nancy was out of power for 5 days. It was a horrible time. But yes, Benny's been back to sleep. With me, Benny could happily sleep for days. That must be boring. But with his mum, he likes to even at night he's up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. You know, well, he is up and down with me now. You know, I looked after him a few days ago, and he was up and down and up and down. Jumping up the sofa, down off the sofa, crying. He likes to sit in my lap because he likes to look out through the window and look for his mother and Laura. He just loves to protect those two. He loves those two. You know. But I was going to go into Lidl. It's like an Aldi. It's not like, it is like an Aldi, but I'm not going to because I don't need anything. I go into that middle aisle, that middle aisle, and I buy the biggest load of garbage. So no, I'm not going to go in there. I'm going to go straight home. I'm going to chill. I've ordered a new camping mattress for my camping cot, so I can lay out in the garden next week at some stage. Tarp's there in case it does rain, but if it does, there's also a wee bit of privacy. People don't want to see a big fat man lying out in the garden. See, there's people already parked up waiting for the cancer research parade. There's a big parade on tonight. All the loyalist bands come together for a common need, and that is for cancer research. Anyway, so yep. So I'm gonna head home now. I wasn't gonna go in here to the. You'll see the. I don't know how you guys have them in America, but Lidl. I know you have Aldi. Whether you have Lidl, I don't know. You'll see the sign there momentarily. There. I don't know if you have that or not, but anyway, that's Maddie. Everybody thinks we've stopped. We have done. No, Benny, we're not at the house yet, son. Must be a wedding on. Or was a wedding on. I would say it's about 16 or 17, but what is in Fahrenheit, I don't know. It's probably 50 or 60, possibly. So I'll go home and get a bottle of water. Let that wee girl to it fail. Pam, I've been watching some of your videos, you know. Your knitting video. Here's the thing, and people have addressed this on YouTube before. A lot of people who watch your channel watch it on a TV, smart TV. Everybody, it's so handy. Just, I don't watch TV anymore. TV. I just watch everything on the TV. I watch. It's like I stream Disney Plus and Netflix on the TV, and I also watch YouTube on the TV and Amazon Prime. It's all very expensive whenever you pay for the, what is it now, $19.99 a month for YouTube Premium. But I wouldn't thank you for I wouldn't thank you for adverts. Ads, no way. So I've just realised I've took you home live on YouTube, or not live on YouTube, but on YouTube. I took you right to my house. So on. But, you know, everybody watches things, and that's why sometimes I don't comment as often as I probably should in people's contents, because I'm on the TV. But I should make a... See, at night whenever I'm in bed, Laura will watch her. We have a TV in the room, and Laura watches Netflix. I have a tablet that I have a stand that sort of sits looking at me like a Tyrannosaurus Rex, and the tablet goes onto it, and I put my headphones in and I watch my rubbish, and we hold hands. So we're still together. We're just on two different devices. So, yeah. That's Benny. You've seen Benny. I think you've seen Benny before. There's Benny. There's a bird there. Take care, folks. Bye-bye.